Why are you making noises? Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. We are starting real late here. Everything was going wrong. Oh my goodness. My audio software just was not starting up. It was the biggest struggle. Rocking a little bit of a cold. You get a little bit of the radio voice. Welcome to the programming hour in the morning. What can you do though? What can you do? For multiple reasons now. We're not going to do a terribly long stream and nothing terribly involved either. I wanted to start getting into a little bit of what it looks like to write Rust that targets a specific operating system. We're going to use what we were working on last week, the CLI with CLAP-RS. We're going to try to put some like operating system level information. Maybe something about the processes or, components inside the computer, what have you. So I don't think we're going to go too long, especially since I'm starting 20 minutes later than normal. On top of another half hour because I had a meeting that I had to bump. Okay, we're making it happen though. We got our CLI up. We can make that a little bit bigger. I'm not sure why it's not. And we were working with Clap last time. We do need to open up VS Code here. So let's get that open. And we want to do... So within Rust, there's the standard crate has an OS. So Rust standard OS. And we have like some specific platform things. Hopefully I catch all my coughs. Mute, that is. And I think in here it has... I think we can grab stuff about the operating system itself. Process. So this is all actual process stuff. That might not actually be what I'm thinking about. Rust, OS information. So part of this consideration is that we are going to be potentially using these, we ran into this last time, I forgot the name of it. Not directives, derive macros? Derive. Shoot. This thing, the config. Oh my gosh, what is that called? Why do I always forget this? Derive something. Doesn't help that brain's all fuzzy from drugs. Cold. So like we can get the OS type. And we can differentiate between. I think it's just a macro. Well, that's a macro right there. Let's look at crates.io. Yeah, I think some of these are going to be like squatted type things, crates that have been squatted on. This looks like something that might be interesting. Although it hasn't been touched in a while. Rust, get computer information. I mean, sysinfo. Oh, okay. Ah, here we go. This seems helpful. So we can get disks, networks, components, and then system. Sysinfo uses multiple threads. Interesting. Okay. And you can refresh on a specific interval. I think we've used this one before. We've definitely looked at stuff before. Okay, we're gonna grab this and we'll drop it in there. Print help. So this probably is going to be getting process information. Wow, this is actually pretty deep. Okay, so we got a bunch of interpret input. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's grab some pieces of this and dump them into our CLI here. For a little bit of a reminder, we have a cargo run. So right now our CLI is just outputting like the socials. we don't have any like default help. Let's close this. We don't need you. So I think if we put that in here, no. Struct commands. So it's supposed to pick up these here. So like this. I bet you if you go like this, -H, yeah, okay, there we go. That gives us the help information. So if we just run it, I don't think we have like a default set, so we might need to like set it to just, if we don't give it a command, do the help. Okay, so I think we've got something there. And if we expect our default command or just like no command, if we nest everything in commands, then our default can just be the help menu. And I think that might be the way to go. So we've got a socials command here. And we're matching on we're matching on that specific command, and none just returns nothing. So I guess like we could potentially do run it with to see the commands. So I think it's defaulting to, yeah, run it. So it's defaulting to expecting a command, and we were hitting the none in this match. So I think we just add another command for info. I think that makes sense to me. Do I just like call it computer or something? I guess. So if I say, oh, we'll do info. Do I need anything though? So I think this is we want a command, and these are the options. So info would be an option. I guess in reality it's something like we could do a process, and that would be a process list. I just want to have something in there though for the moment. So Rust Analyzer is telling us that we have a match arm that isn't covered, which is good. So we need to add another sum. What does that give us? No, nothing. There we go. So now there we go. And then we're just going to, for the moment, print computer stuff. We do need to figure out how to do an alias. But for the moment, let's do cargo add sysinfo. That's going to add this crate that we're looking at here. And we're going to need some of these pieces. I think this is probably going to be fine here if we grab this. So part of this is I don't want to dox myself, I guess, but like I don't know that there's anything in here that I need to worry about. We'll grab this. We do need to import this. It's not a macro. Is that what it's from? No. Okay, so now if we would do this, we get a compile. That compile is going to include this in sysinfo now. And here we go. We got Windows 11. My host name is desktop AMD. We're using a bunch of memory. That's a big number. What is that? 60. So this would be kilobytes. We should see if we can do some conversions to that. But we got some information here. And we should be able to do something like sys dot. Are you going to help me out here? Oh, you're not going to help me out? Really? It's an unknown. Kind of surprised Rust Analyzer isn't helping us out at all with this. All right, let's look at their example now, though. We've got a bunch of right lines. Uptime, boot time, users, disks, show. Network component, interesting. What does that look like? So I was using the right line before. So we need to, if we're switching to print line, we need to do that, I believe. I'm assuming sys is going to be the same thing, or component and sys.components. So this is sort of doing like a CLI. I mean, I guess more than sort of. So it's grabbing the IO standard out instead, doing the right line. So I don't think we need to do that. It's grabbing the system to all, standard in, then it waits for input. Okay, so if you control D, then you would quit, otherwise it's processing input. And we have a bunch of interpret input. Refresh. So there's some process information here. If we would look at that. We're gonna swap out these right lines for print line. Swap that out. So this is interesting. And I wonder why this is why we're not getting some of the information, because it says that we don't have no method name is CPU usage found in her reference. So I wonder if that's part of our issue here. Read line, empty, input pop, and then interpret. So we're giving it do all sys. Okay. So we need to do a refresh. Okay, so here we need a CPU refresh CPU, and I'm guessing that's going to be the thing that actually gives us access to that. There we go, yeah. Oh, maybe not. No, it's still giving us an issue there. Private field, not a method. Oh, here we go. For interesting. And where does CPU come from? Ah, it's sys.cpus. Okay. Interesting. Ah, okay. So I'm guessing that's probably here. We didn't have that in. Yeah, okay. So we didn't import the thing even though we're not. That's a little bit awkward. There we go. Okay. Here's all the cores. We get some percentages. Number of physical cores, 16. And then we're printing processes and components. There we go. Okay. Nice. So how can we use this? So we can get the memory information, we can get kernel information. If we look here, we did the number of CPUs and the usage. So we got number of cores. We could do processes. And it is doing these in kilobytes. I think that makes sense to me. So if we would do this, we would say and within Rust you can use underscores within the numbers, and it processes them just the same. Actually, I don't think that's right. Because it's not. Is it 1024? Convert bytes to kilobyte. 1 byte to is it bit? Yeah. Megabit. Byte. Okay, so what is this in then? Big K. Total memory. That would be in bits or bytes? The example did have bytes. So I'm going to assume that that's correct. Convert bytes to So if we say 1 byte is 1, and what's the this is all like computer. I definitely do not have a computer degree, as it were. I always have to look this up. So memory would be GB, big GB. So I think I want, yeah, I think I want that. So it is just 1,000 then. Because the 1024 is bits. Somebody's gonna correct me. But I mean, I guess that makes sense. No, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't feel right. I guess it would be gigabytes. So if we did divided by 1,000, we're going bytes to kilobytes. That would give us megabytes. That would give us gigabytes. Right. But actually, I think I do want to do this. Yeah. Oop. So that doesn't feel right though. I thought there was a 1024 in there somewhere. Bytes. Maybe. Is that really 1,000? Let me know in the comments. My brain is too fuzzy to care enough right now, I guess. Boy. All right, so we've got, we'll say, system. I don't remember what these were again. Well, let's just print those out again and take a look. I don't really care about those. I guess I'll do the OS version and name. Sure, we'll do that. Kernel and host don't matter that much. I'm guessing we don't need to refresh the CPU anymore. Yeah. So we'll say CPU information. And now, how do we do percentages? There's a lot of cores and a lot of percentages, but how do you get a good representation of like what's the current like usage? So there's a frequency too that'll tell us like what stuff is running at. What does that actually give us? Frequency 0. Interesting. Why would that be 0? Okay, now this is kind of nice. Load average. I'm gonna take this out because neither of these are actually being helpful right now. I don't think the frequency is actually doing anything either. So like, I wonder if these need to be running on a loop or something. Because there is this this continually running loop. They're looping and just continuing to return values here. So there is some expectation of it was like monitoring things. Alright, I'm actually going to grab this because I am kind of curious about this. That makes sense because I just restarted before we started the stream because it was being frustrating. So there is the sysstack components. I'm kind of surprised we weren't getting anything for that. I don't see anything at all. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. When it cannot be forwarded with the default formatter. And it is saying that we have an unused part. We need to do... What are all the things that we would need to impart in here? Disk network process system user PID. component. So maybe that's why that's not showing up. Nothing though. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna be right back real quick. Okay, alright. Coming up. I'm ready to be done with this cold. What can you do though? Kids are passing it around. I was bound to get in the that's what I'm looking for. In the line of fire. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Alright. Well, so we got the uptime, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure why the frequency or the load is not showing up. Or why some of these just don't show up. And that being unknown is also kind of confusing. So we update. And then we should be able to get the temperature. It could very well be, you know, like something with a computer where I'm not able to see this. Okay, seriously, stop. Ugh. Sassy kitty. Say hi. She is not wanting to say hi either. Just wants attention. So if we got component cats. Yeah, we're not getting anything. So like sys components is like not even filled. This is almost what it seems like. We need component, system, and system, or component extension, system, and system extension, which we have. So on Linux, it returns that if it fails to retrieve. So it's possible we might just not be able to get it. So CPU usage should give us, okay, we got a couple other things in here we can do. We're trying to load average right now. Sys.load average. So that's off the main system. What else do we have in here? Refresh. Turn CPUs, total memory, components, disks, uptime, boot time. Oh, you can get the processes by name. Interesting. So on the CPU itself, we can say frequency, usage, name, vendor, brand. There is also the load average. Oh, okay, so wait. So this one needs system extension. We have both of those. So it should be system.load average, and then we print them. Let's try not refreshing, just out of curiosity what happens. It still says 0. I mean, I'm assuming there's some load on here because I am streaming. So I don't think that's correct. It could very well just be system type stuff where I'm not able to actually see this, but I don't know if it's usage error or if it's something else. So like we should be getting all the components. We should be getting more information about the load. We could theoretically get process information. Uptime. Here's a refresh. PID. So we could get the current PID. Some network stuff. I don't know if I want to do the network stuff, if I'm leaving that out. The PID might be nice. Or like a helper to find PIDs for like a fuzzy search almost. Hello, Jerry. All right, so sorry about that, forgot to mute. Yeah, I'm not sure why we would be not getting temperatures. It would be kind of cool to see temperatures. Well, we're not getting any information about the components at all, which is curious. Like, we're not getting... Yeah, nothing. So... So there's a few things that, like, we're not getting any frequency. I'd assume we would get some frequency. That would be like 0 megahertz. Feels weird. Number of physical cores. Load average. Like that. So I'm not getting any of these, which is kind of interesting. And I don't know if it's just because we need to refresh. Like, is it because it's running in a loop? So they're basically just looping, but you have to specifically call it refresh. There are also signals. What do the signals do? Refresh signals. Huh. And so, like, here, there's this. So we might need to actually, like, so some of these will have like a wait or a sleep in here. We might actually need to do that. Yeah. So, like, if we just did something like this. Are we actually going to get any information out? It is definitely sleeping. But it doesn't seem to be updating the number at all. My used does appear to change. Seriously, cat. Please stop. That's really interesting. Maybe we can turn off the default features and see if that makes a difference. So if it's running all in the same thread, I have no idea if this is actually going to do anything. Kind of just trying it out. Doesn't seem to affect anything. I mean, even if we do something like this is gonna run for 10 seconds, but I don't think it's actually gonna change anything. So if we look at the CPU, I guess we do get CPU usage, but we're not getting the load average. Struct representing system load average value. So this doesn't seem to make a difference at all. We are gonna do dot unwrap. Dot unwrap. Just so we don't get the sum in there. These all seem to format pretty nicely and come out nicely, but everything else is giving us issues here. I don't know where that one goes now. Yeah. So these all seem fine. Frequency and the loads and the components are just not loading. Not sure on that one. Does that look right? Is that lined up? No. Is that just one space? Yeah. Okay. So it would definitely be nice to get values in there. And we are going to put a new line here. I don't mind that. I don't know if there's going to be much else that we can get out about it. At least with this crate. So the CPU. All the CPU information doesn't seem to be refreshing for me. Ah, here we go. Now this is turned get global CPU information. So like if I did the Brian. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the brand works. Oop. We're actually going to put that all the way up here. So like there's some other components and stuff that it would be nice to output. But it doesn't seem to be loading any of the components. I would expect some of this stuff to be filled. But I don't know why it's not. And the information about, is there like a sys.cpu refresh CPU specifics? Oop. Like what if I do that? Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I don't really need this because I've got it in the name up there. I don't know why that load is not coming up though. I think we might just punt on it for today. Because that's the kind of day it is. Users, disks, network, temperature. Yeah, like we're not getting any components, which is interesting. So why would we not be getting a component? Ah. Okay. There we go. So that's probably it. Can I run this as privileged, I guess? Cargo run privileged. I don't remember if you can do it through the command line. So like that would be full. Yeah, there's a run as potentially, I think. Like, I don't think we could do this. On Windows, yeah. Well, sudo and new shell as well. But I don't know if I want to have my command line running like privileged all the time either. I'll have to think about that. But this might be what we roll with for right now. This is not bad. So we were able to get the process information, well, the processor information, some of the system information, the memory, but we weren't able to get some of the components and the actual frequencies over time. We were able to get like a snapshot of like a current frequency for every core, but that's not terribly helpful. So I think that's a good place to stop it for right now. We could potentially put more in here. I was expecting to use the config variable to get specific stuff, and we may want to look at doing that in a feature stream or something, but this crate kind of handles much of it. There's the Windows RS crate that we may want to end up looking at. That has some lower level stuff. We could potentially get some stuff out of this, and then we could have a specific section for like Windows versus Linux versus Mac that gets some of the specific stuff, but that's going to be future. For right now, this will work. We've dipped our toes in. I'm not sure what we're going to do next week either. I do want to get back into some of the low-level Tory stuff, but TBD on when we do that. John, I think, suggested we look into some of the web server frameworks. That might be something that we do next week. But hopefully I start feeling better and have some of my voice back. And until then, we'll see you next week. Bye.